It's the Daily Doug.
Hey y'all, welcome back to the Daily Doug. Thanks for being with me today. It is a Monday. You have caught me at the beginning of a new week, and we're making it a Metal Monday, but today we're making it an Extreme Metal Monday, and I have no idea what I am in store for because I have Meshuggah up today. So bear with me, y'all. I am going to do my best. This band has been requested for many months, probably a year plus, and today is the day. I recently did a metal week, and I got through a whole bunch of some metal that I wanted to get to, and that has cleared the calendar for some more, sort of going into different bands that I haven't yet got to. So Meshuggah is up today, and I'm happy that you are with me. They are from Sweden, and they formed in 1987 by lead vocalist and guitarist Jens Kidman. And they took the name Meshuggah from a Yiddish word that means crazy or insane. And so I wanted to look more into this. They are described as an extreme metal band. So what does extreme metal mean? According to the internet, it is a cross of thrash metal and death metal, which are two styles at the core of this band's sound. They have also shown leadership in experimentation and stylistic variations throughout their career, infusing elements of progressive metal, alternative metal, and experimental jazz. With their trademark polyrhythms and polymetered music, heavy syncopation, and jazz-like chromatic passages. So I am intrigued to see what kind of sound I am in for today with their song Bleed. And Bleed is from their sixth album called Obscene, and it was released in 2008. Now, I have been requested to take a look at the drumcam video for this song. So that's the one that we're going to be looking at. This year, Rolling Stone magazine has ranked Bleed by Meshuggah as number 41 on their list of the 100 greatest heavy metal songs of all time. And it was included in the Rock Band video game that came out in 2010. So I am eager to see what this is all about, friends. I wore extra protection today, so I think I can do it. We got Jens Kidman on vocals. Friedrich Thornthal is on lead guitar and is the songwriter. Martin Hagstrom is on rhythm guitar. Dick Lovgren is on the bass. And Thomas Haka is on the drums, and he is the lyricist of this song. The video that we're going to take a look at is presented by Vincent Drumsticks. Tomas uses their equipment and endorses their products, so this is going to be fun. I am not exactly sure when the performance took place, but the video was posted to YouTube in March of 2014, and it says that it took place. This performance took place in Montreal. So, deep breath. Deep breath. Extreme metal coming at you, y'all. This is Bleed, a live performance featuring mostly, I think, focused on the drums. And we'll see what happens. All right, y'all, here we go. Meshuggah with Bleed. Off we go. Okay.
Ray? Are you fucking ready?
Ready as I'll ever be. Okay, there he goes. I can do the left hand. That note is flat. I'm trying not to listen to the vocalist, y'all. The Ruby Fluid of Life Unleashed is what was just sung, but I would have never known that without the words here. You know, I came into this expecting to be nice to the drummer. I didn't realize that the vocals were going to upset me more than the drumming. Syncopation. Nice. I'm just trying, y'all, I'm serious. I'm listening to the music, but I'm trying to just not listen to the vocalist at all. I am not into that sound. It's like flat 2 to 1. Basic beat for the 8th note. The subdivision is staying consistent, but boy, I think they're just basically in 4 with all of these syncopations happening around it. He's barefooted. I mean, I worry about not wearing pants in my videos. He's not even wearing socks on stage. You know, I'm looking at the lyrics and I literally cannot find where we are in the lyrics because I can't make out any language from this singer. New world. Is that what he said? Woo. It's not really a double kick. It's a very specific, really interesting rhythm that he's doing with some really quick triplets in his feet. And it's almost like they changed it so that it's over an E and the E flat becomes T. Back into it. I was onto something there for a second. I thought they were doing an octatonic scale, which we'll talk about. See, it's not consistent double kick. Interesting to listen to. Vocal's not there. This is interesting. So we're just kind of going along here. And I think that other people are in different meters. That's the polymeter, right? The drummer's in 1 meter. And the other musicians are in different meters, so they come to downbeats at different times, and it all just, when you layer it, you get this, this whole thing. All right, vocals are back. Falling into the clarity of undoing, scornful gods haggle for my soul. The arm motion of what he's doing, the drumming pattern, is the hard part. It's the feet, and combining that with what you're doing with your arms. It's really amazing what he's doing there. And that they're keeping it so together live is commendable. Holy crap, y'all. I need to check if I'm bleeding. I think I'm okay. I think I'm okay. Well, okay, we got a few things to talk about. The lyrics we'll get to. The drumming was fascinating. The vocals, I understand that these harsh vocals are part of the style, of this heavy style, and it's just this extreme emoting from our own human instrument, right? It's not a sound in this circumstance that I like at all. There was no color to it. That's my main beef about the harsh lyrics. We lose your individual voice's color when you skew it and do that to it. It's my main it's my main beef about that, because we lose the ability to get all of these different specific elements of that particular person's vocal color, and it just kind of goes past me. It just does, y'all. So that's that. Let's talk about the octatonic scale. I'm not sure if they were actually using it or not, but I heard like E flat on the bottom. I heard a lot of E natural right next to it, which is a half step higher. And then I heard G flat, right, which is a whole step higher. An octatonic scale is an 8-note scale. Most of our scales are 7-note scales before you get to the duplication of the octave next, right? You go up 7 notes and then you get to the 8th and you duplicate the octave. In the octatonic scale, you have 8 notes before you get to the duplication of the octave. And it's a symmetrical scale formation. We alternate whole steps and half steps. So you can start with a half step and you go half step, whole step, half step, whole step, half step, whole step, and so on. Or you can start with the whole step and then do the half steps after that. Either way, we get to the octave duplication an octave higher after 8 notes. It's a really interesting scale formation that can bring about ideas of both major and minor happening at the same time. You get major thirds and minor thirds, you get half steps, you get full steps, you get a lot of really interesting sounds in that. I'm not sure if they were actually doing it, because I heard some Fs in there as well, and I heard elements of A naturals and A flats. Maybe it was just completely chromatic, but I thought for a minute in that little middle section that they might have been, that was softer, right? That they might have been using the octatonic scale. Whew. So let's talk about the drums for a second. In the past, I have been critical of the double kick, right? I have come around. It doesn't bother me as much anymore. And I came into this thinking it was going to be like nothing but fast double kick the entire song. And that's not what I got. I got a really intricate heavy metal power drum groove from Tomas, and that didn't bug me at all. I was really into what he was doing. In fact, most of what his hands were doing is stuff that, I could keep track of. It was his feet that were really amazing, and that technique down there is something that is beyond me, but I recognize how hard that was to do. So Tomas, our drummer, wrote the lyrics to this, and the initial title of the track was called Aneurysm, and the lyrics are about his conception or conceptualizing about how the body transfigures itself from living to dying via an aneurysm, via a hemorrhage blood vessel in your skull. And if I could have figured out, what the lyrics were in real time, I would have told you about them. Verse 1, beams of fire sweep through my head, thrusts of pain increasingly engage, sensory receptors succumb, and now I know all the agony, my crimson liquid so frantically spilled, the ruby fluid of life unleashed. That's a heck of a lyric, and it was completely lost on me because of the style of singing that was used there. As I said, the drumming, it looks really, really hard. Apparently, the song took him months to actually learn how to play. The band wasn't even sure if they could get it to where they wanted it to be in time for the release of the record. And Tomas has said that it's the hardest of their songs for him to play live, and that he just can't relax and play it. He's got to really concentrate and stay in the moment and in that groove. Otherwise, the thing just kind of falls apart. And I can understand that. With what was going on in this song, it makes sense to focus on the drums because that's the major thing that's going on. The vocals are what the vocals are. The guitar did a little bit. The bass was doing a little bit, but really most of the action was in the drums, and a real drum-led heavy metal piece. Well, that's got my heart rate going, y'all. Maybe it'll get me through for the rest of the week, but I think I'm going to leave it there for today. I don't know if I'll get back to Meshuggah. I'm really interested in them, but those vocals really were something that I wasn't a fan of. But how about this, y'all? The drumming was okay for me, and I'm open to it. So that's all for today. But we'll see what happens next if I get back to this band. If you have another song of theirs that you think that I would like, let me know in the comments, and I will see what I can do. Thanks, y'all, for being with me today. This has been an experience for sure. I have been meshugged, and I live to tell the tale. So thanks, y'all, for being with me today. We'll see you next time on another edition of The Daily Doug.